get everybody? All right, there's one person we missed. Yeah, back on video is, I won't get through it, my oldest daughter, Samantha, who of everyone here deserves the biggest round of applause. Even though she was late this morning. All right, I don't know where that came from. Right. That's right. Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Tab Works is going to be the theme of this morning's All-Tab event. As usual, I start thinking about this event in the shower for some reason in August. I don't know why it hits me, but generally we do this talk in October, and that's where we start. And we had some delays this year, and so here we are in January of 2018, and we're calling it the 2017 All-Tab event. Hence, that's why it's a deliberate typo this time. So I promise you a fast-paced 4-hour morning. You're going to leave feeling great, and you're going to have a greater understanding of yourself and your fellow board members, and definitely have a lot to think about. So a couple of housekeeping items. If you hear your name mentioned this morning, please wave, acknowledge yourself, because somebody in the room may have been like, oh, that's David Durr. I've wanted to meet him and give him some business, or something like that. Also, when we have our presenters up here, we're going to pass this basket around. If you want them to follow up with you, put your card in the basket. Okay, that's our high-tech way of doing this. Okay, does that work for everybody? The key to that is please keep the basket moving. Don't be that bottleneck person where we constantly have to say, pass the basket. All right, so a couple of thank yous. Sarah and Roger Pearson from Culinary Concepts, they feed us. They take care of us with the food. Please don't judge them based on this morning's food. That's my budget and my wallet. But they do an extraordinary job with private chefing, which means if you want specific meals of a specific diet, if you don't feel like cooking, raise your hand, right? You know, oh, no, I'm the only one? Call them. If you want to have a birthday party, a Super Bowl party, they have a venue that holds 70, full kitchen. If you know somebody who sells food, you can't make that in your home kitchen and sell it legally in the state of New Jersey. You have to have a licensed, approved kitchen. That's what they do. Okay? So I highly, highly recommend them. Oh, and plus there's catering and all kinds of things, and we've all used them, and they're terrific, so thank you. David Durr, wave your hand. He's in the back next to Wade. David takes care of our graphics, and anything you see with the TAB logo on it, David has made. He is one of my favorite persons to refer business to. He's very easy to work with. He does a great job. His greatest gift, and I've worked with graphics people most of my life, from when I was inventing to selling embroidery, is he has a gift of being able to get in your head and with very little words put what's in your head on your screen. And that is a gift. So somehow he knows what font you're thinking of or what color, and it's a gift, and thank you, David. Ron Sousa, where'd you go? There you are. Donna Darlington, did Donna skip out? Okay. They give us a home. This is our home base. Ron owns this building and the neighboring building and one down the road, and they created this environment for us. This room in particular was designed in an old office I had, and we doubled the size. But I remember sitting in there with Ron counting ceiling tiles and figuring out how to make a room like I had there twice the size. Donna Darlington is the mother hen here. She is the one who runs Liberty Office Suites and takes great care of all of you, even better care of me, and just makes this a wonderful community to be a part of. And I can't thank them enough. David Quick takes care of me on an IT level, and will be managing the computer this morning and the slides and making sure that everything just moves along nicely. Renee Murray, where's Renee? There she is. We call her the bookkeeper to the stars, and it's not because she's my bookkeeper, but she's many of yours, and she makes bookkeeping tolerable. I'll put it that way. It's not my worst appointment of the month, if you know what I mean. She does a great job. And there's so many other people that I could thank, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but thank you all for just helping me in what we do here. So this has not been an easy year for me personally or professionally. To call it a bump in the road might be an understatement. I don't know. Time will tell. We lost a ton of members again this year, but most for positive reasons. You guys keep selling your businesses, which is great for all of you. Kills me. Since June of 2011, when I bought this franchise, over 30 of our members have sold their businesses, which is tremendous. And it's kind of mission accomplished. I know there's 3 more on the horizon. May one have even happened this week. Did it happen? I don't know. I'm not saying who it is. Just nod. Okay. So there's 3 on the horizon. Unfortunately, also this year, we had some TAB members that had some real health issues. We also had 4 pregnancies, which lost 3 members. You guys can decide if that's a health issue or not. But I'd like to challenge all of you that are on a board to buddy up with someone and just have a check-in call. How you doing? How you doing physically, mentally, spiritually, if you're into that kind of stuff, whatever it is. But let's just check on each other. And maybe have some health KPIs for your board. Okay? If somebody wants to get in better shape or start walking or get on a diet, whatever it might be, just check in with someone. It makes it a lot easier. Many of you know I became a vegan and love it, and part of that is there's a whole community of people out there that are doing this, and we do it together. So I don't do it alone, and it's fun as hell, and I'll never go back. That's all I'm going to say about that this morning, I promise. So our business here at the Alternative Board of North Central New Jersey has had some ups and downs. We've tried a number of different ideas and facilitators over the years, and we'll continue to do so as we grow again. As great as our past facilitators have been, we need facilitators that can work within our system just like we coach, right out of the E-Myth, manage the system, not the people. For those that are guests here and don't know what the Alternative Board is, so what we offer is a community for business owners. The crowning jewel of this community is the 4-hour board meeting once a month. It's an opportunity to sit down with up to 8 business owners, the same 8, every month on a board, where you don't have to retell stories. We know the backstory. We know your strengths and weaknesses. We know if you're full of it. We know if you're going to do it or not going to do it. So you get about 15 minutes to present a challenge or an opportunity once a month to 7 other owners and a facilitator. Their motive, the other 7, is to help you. That's their only motive. When it's their turn, it might be to get feedback. But I think we've all learned we get much more from the giving than the getting. Once a month, there's a one-on-one with the facilitator who knows your story, who sees you at the board meetings, who knows the challenges, hears the feedback, knows what you're implementing and what you're not. And you get to have a one-on-one with that person. Twice a month, we offer sales training. So we have, I'll go into the list later, but we have a nice list of classes that we offer twice a month, included in membership. About 10 times a year, we have a lunch and learn. We have a TAB Yellow Pages that you're all in. When you join TAB and I ask for that description, that goes into our Yellow Pages. So if you're looking for someone worldwide, let me know. We probably have someone. We have some new and improved software. We have networks to other TAB members. I forget who it was. Somebody was looking for someone in Colorado recently, and we put it out to the network, and we found them somebody on a TAB board in Colorado. So you have that opportunity when we're worldwide. So our monthly board meeting is our crowning jewel. They are professionally facilitated in a safe place where our members can share challenges and opportunities in a judgment-free environment. The idea is that we have a graduating process with our boards. So we currently have 5 boards. So when somebody meets with me, I get a feel for what size company they are. So we start with an SBL board for some. The SBL, it isn't even a board, it's just the coaching. So it's $300 a month, they get a one-on-one. We get them ready to, maybe they're going to join a board, maybe they're not. They have access to the rest of the TAB tools. This year we started an EE board, an emerging entrepreneur board. some of the local chambers and some other people were starting competitive groups to what we were doing. I guess we make it look too easy, And they were lowballing the price, and so I figured, all right, we got to nip this at the bud. Let's start a board called the Emerging Entrepreneur Board, and it's really for solopreneurs. And what it is it's a full board meeting. We have many of the members here. There's just no coaching. It's $250 a month. They get a board. They have access to all the tools, just not the coaching. And it's a fun board. We're seeing some nice results there. Then we jump to the over-the-top board, which is $750 a month. And these are companies that are out of the starting blocks. They have employees. There's great energy on this board, a little too much. We have to worry, but we're going to work on that. That's always been a very high I board for those of you that speak DISC. But that board has, I think, 2 seats available. I'll get into that in a second. But it's a nice board, and these guys are out of the starting blocks, on their way, and they have a vision of what they're building towards. And then we have a couple of boards for more mature companies that are doing between $1 million and $10 million a year in sales. They pay $1,000 a month. Their objective is to get to a next level, or sometimes just not to blow it. Things are good. They've got their systems in place. They're not killing themselves working too many hours anymore, and they just don't want to blow it. I think that's kind of where we all want to get to at some point. And unfortunately, these are generally the ones that are selling. So we're losing our bigger members. And we need you guys to catch up kind of thing. And we'll get there, don't worry. So all boards with the exception of the EE board get one-on-one coaching, a monthly board meeting, 2 sales trainings a month, 10 lunch and learns a year, the TAB software, and webinars. Currently, we have 1 seat available on our president's board, 2 seats on our accelerator board, 1 on the over the top, and that's it. So we're near capacity. We've got about 4 seats left in all of TAB. So if you know anyone interested, now's a good time to introduce me because we are starting a new board. We are going to start a board in between EE and over the top. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. You guys name your own boards. I don't, with the exception of EE. But it's going to be a $500 a month board for larger solopreneurs or for owners that are starting to hire or are really in hiring mode and growing, but they're not at that over-the-top level. So we will be adding a 6th board this year. So again, if you know anyone of that size, that's a good introduction for me. I would appreciate that. We improved our Blueprint software this year, and many of you are actually using it, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And you got to admit, it's pretty good, right? It's better? Thumbs up, raise your hand, make a motion. All right. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. When I started at TAB, it was a coloring book. And then it became a CD, and then it became a web. But it's actually pretty good right now, and I'm real happy with it. Our Lunch and Learn program this year, I thought was top-notch. I thought that our presenters were great, but our attendance was poor. So I'm not sure if this is something that you guys want to continue with or not, and I'm going to ask you right now. So you guys always say yes, but is the Lunch and Learn program something you want to continue with? Or is there anyone here who doesn't want to do it? So everybody here wants to continue with the program.
No, I just didn't make it, so I'm sorry.
It's been noted. Does the first Friday of the month work for all of you, or is that the problem? Or it's just you get too involved in your businesses and you can't break away for the 2 hours to...
Maybe every other month. Yeah, once a month. Yeah. Every other month or once a quarter. I don't know. Put that out for a vote.
Once a quarter? We already have that for this year. So our next one, is February 2nd. And this is going to be a quarterly one done at Region Atlantic. And the topic there is tax reform risk, what you need to know. And the guys at Region Atlantic do a nice job. You guys have been. That's down on 120 Mount Kimball in Morristown. And they're generally financial based. Last year was very legal heavy. This year I have a feeling it's going to be tax planning and financial based, that kind of stuff. So our sales training's been great, if I do say so myself, and I base this on the result that I've seen from you guys when you implement what's being taught. And some of our topics, and that class meets, you should know, the 4th Tuesday of the month from 10 to 12. And we have covered things like giving a 10-second and a 30-second intro, 2-minute intros, 4-minute intros, selling with examples and storytelling, personality traits, how to pick them up, how to use them. We featured DISC on that. asking for referrals, taking out the head trash, using LinkedIn for success, setting up behavioral goals for the year, networking versus not working, selling with questions versus answers, body language, how to read yours, what others are saying. Maybe that was the other way, how to read others and what yours is saying. I think it's the way to do that. Having a follow-up system, how to dress for different business functions, communication, negotiating, closing techniques, canvassing. We just had a request on writing better quotes, on quote writing. So you can see it's a healthy topic, or healthy topics. It rotates. I generally put out an email. It's generally on our website. It works, and there's a format there that works. So we're busy, and we're continuing to add value, and it's plain to see that TAB works. And again, that's the theme of the morning, TAB works. With all of that said, what's the most important part for me is seeing our members continue to grow. We'll hear from many of them today as they accept their Bob Zoellick Awards. And by the way, don't keep it a secret. People see how well you're doing. Most entrepreneurs fail. They're not having the success that you guys are, especially in the beginning. Let them know where you go. Let's not keep this a secret. So we call them the Bob Zoellick Awards, and I don't know how many of you here remember Bob Zoellick, but Bob was the first franchise owner in New Jersey, and he died from lung cancer in October of 2010. And I bought the franchise from the members with the help of the members in June of 2011. Bob helped many of us, and in his memory, we named the award for MVP of your board, and I never define that for you guys. You guys decide what makes your most valuable player. Okay, that doesn't mean it's your definition. But we're going to do our first one right now. Okay? So our president's board, which was our first board in New Jersey, and it was a board I was on 17 years ago with our winner. So Angelo and I were on the first board in New Jersey together, and we like to say he's been on this board most of his adult life. Our president board members are Ed Gunther. You can wave Ed. Mark Hipp, who's not here, he's sick today. Lynn Donaldson got called away. Ron Sousa, in the back. Mark Bograd, who got called away. Pete Borbis. And I think that's it. And the winner is Angelo. And Angelo, yep, come on up. So Angelo's on our oldest board in New Jersey. Again, we started 17 years ago together. He's been on this board most of his adult life. This has been an interesting year for Angelo, without a doubt. Angelo lost both parents this year and was able to grow his business while being out of the office 35 hours a week. That's incredible. And Angelo's run at TAB is not easy. Anybody who is on his board, and these two guys can attest, he gets beaten up like I have never seen every month. He will come with marketing ideas, and we are just like, no, you can't send this. And